Hey, it's Janae here to brighten, light, and ignite your day. It's day 14 of my peak performance 45-day sprint. Today I want to share with you the idea of a weekly meeting. So we talked about weekly plans, but now like a weekly meeting. For my case, I'm focusing on a weekly family meeting. Maybe you want to focus just on kind of your own official weekly meeting, or a family or spouse meeting, you know, whatever that is that makes sense to you, okay? So you know how important it is in businesses or organizations that have meetings on a weekly basis to touch base on how they're doing in progress. So I've noticed is that, you know, we have quite a bit of time as a family, and we have a lot of family dinners. Most evenings we're able to have a family dinner together, which is great. But we really only have time to touch base about our day, let alone some bigger things. And then I was trying to do some family fun nights where we try to combine some fun and with other kind of work stuff, and then we'd run out of time. And then if I do things informally, it just wasn't quite working. So I've just heard from many experts. In fact, one of the speakers around peak performance, the Zig Ziglar family, talked about the importance of weekly meetings. So I thought, you know what, I've tried a version of this before, and now it's time to start doing it, because the more that we can be on the same page as a family, the more efficient we will be able to run together, the more effective. Hopefully less time we'll have to spend on the things that don't matter most, so we have more time for the things that do matter and better performance. So we'll see how it goes. But had a first official meeting last night. Again, like I said, we've done versions of this, but just trying to really make this a habit now, and using these 45 days of a sprint to do that. And we've talked about Sunday evenings. That seems to be a good time where we can touch base about the upcoming week, how the week went. I just created another binder, kind of a fun picture of us that I had made for summer academy classes that we do together, which summer's coming up. But anyways, just a fun binder to put together. As you can tell, I like binders. Here, I might get more official with agendas. Right now, I just wrote something out. Oftentimes, again, better performance if you have an ongoing agenda. And what I always find is I never quite get through a lot, because even though in theory I am so excited about these meetings, usually the application of them don't go quite as smooth as I always hope. Like, for example, at this last meeting, the boys are all, we decided to do it on the porch, which is fun, but then they're like on each other doing this, interrupting, you know, John's, you know, half engaged. So it just ends up being not quite as ideal as I hope, but they'll just keep getting better, I hope, and as we go. But what's important is just being able to introduce the concept. So I had shared yesterday the idea of the yearly plan, and this is one thing we reviewed because they talked about things they want to do in the summer, and I said, all right, here's our calendar. I want to teach them this idea of planning ahead, and if they want something, we have to get it on the calendar. And they kind of know open weekends because they want to maybe have some friends weekends up at the lake, so then we have to get that in there. Then I just again, what I like about these is they're 3-hole punched with like folders, so it helps it to be able to, you know, kind of keep track of stuff. I talked about the writing template. So again, introduce the concept, and this will be a chance that each week, then they can turn these in for the money and to share them, which will be really fun and inspiring, hopefully with each other. So I reiterated the importance of those and had sheets, and they already asked me this morning for some, so that's good. Then here I just had our faith component. One of the things that I want to do this summer, a couple of us already did this in family formation, but not everybody in the family, is to take a fruit of the Spirit and to focus on that word. So for those in the family who haven't done it yet, wanted to share that. We didn't quite get to this, so then I can just keep it in here and keep it on the agenda for next time. We have a girl, Veronica, that we've adopted from Compassion International. We're not always super good about writing letters to her, and could do it more often. So we'll get these sweet little letters, and it's a fun time to share, and then a fun time to have a formal time to actually sit down and write her a letter as a family or different people. So again, I found with these, all of these things, like if you don't have a time or a place for them, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to actually get them done. And so I try to find like, okay, this is when we do it. That's a time that'll work. Also, if there's any like special events coming up, like we have a big festival at a church near us that's really fun. There's like a fun run, there's carnival kind of thing, a band that we know playing. So wanted to talk about this. Are we interested? If so, what might that look like? Again, just to kind of keep track of things. And then this is a chance we could share about bigger wins for the week, where they're at. This is where I don't have with me, but the contract, we're going over that. Now we have 4 weeks of the contract to finish strong and sharing that with them to see how they're going. So this idea of the family meeting is to touch base, whether it's yourself or you have a huge family or just you individually, is a way to really just look at what's going on for this upcoming week, more than just the planning part of it, but utilizing those tools so that you can make the most of not only your own performance, but that of your larger extended family as well. So from my heart to yours, be love.